What's going on? I'm going to be going over 5 new Dreamcast games playable on the Retroid Pocket 2 and other Dreamcast emulators. I'll also mention a few that don't work with the Pocket 2, but do work with more powerful devices like the GPD Win Max. Also, if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe as it really helps me out. Now let's get into the video. First up is Volgarr the Viking, which was released in 2015. It's a hack and slash action platformer that's very difficult. Similar to something like Ghosts and Goblins, it's on pretty much every modern console as it was originally released on PC in 2013. The developers put the Dreamcast version out for free to download. It maybe runs a little slow on the Pocket 2, but to me it feels more than playable even with its difficult nature. You have attack, jump, and spear, and you have to make your way through each level while fighting hordes of enemies, and you have to go around finding pieces of armor so you're not just one hit kill. I've only beaten the first 2 levels so far because it is pretty difficult, but it's definitely fun. This is Gunlord. It's a side-scrolling run-and-gun that was originally released on the Neo Geo in 2013, but it was ported to the Dreamcast the same year. You have multiple weapons to use as you shoot your way through the level. You can jump and transform into a ball to get through small spaces. This one mostly runs at full speed and only seems to dip if there are a ton of enemies on screen, but it seems perfectly playable. Next up is Fast Striker, and it's a vertical shooter that was released in 2010. It has 3D backgrounds and big 3D bosses. You can shoot in front of and behind you using different buttons. And you have different shots depending on whether you're tapping the button versus when you hold it down. And it definitely feels like a fast-paced modern game. This one has 6 stages to play through, and it runs pretty well too. Now this is Intrepid Izzy. It released this year on Steam and is currently in development for the Dreamcast and is supposed to be released this year. It's a cute action platformer with beat 'em up elements where you use different costumes that give you different abilities to make your way through the level and find secrets throughout. This is just a demo that you can download from the game's site. It runs fine, but there are some visual glitches in the background sometimes. This is a really fun one to play through, and I recommend you check out the demo. Lastly, this is Sturmwind. It's a horizontal shoot 'em up released in 2013. You have 3 different weapon types that also act as your armor. So if you get hit while using one of the weapons, it gets destroyed, and you have to use a different one until you find a power up to get it back. And if all 3 weapons get destroyed, then your ship gets destroyed. There are 16 levels. I've only played the first 3. The game runs mostly at full speed on the Pocket 2, so this one's enjoyable for sure. Though if you are going to play this one using the standalone Flycast app, then you need to know it sort of messes up when you use the emulator menu. So when you try and exit the menu, it looks like it will still be there, but you won't be able to do anything. All you need to do is hit start, and then the game should come back up. Besides for that minor annoyance, this is a pretty good one. Here are the games that didn't work on the Retroid Pocket 2. This first one is Xenocider. This one's also supposed to be released sometime in 2020. It's like an on-rails third-person shooter. And it does open up on the Retroid, but the graphics are all glitched out and you can't really see what you're doing. This one is 4x4 Jam. It was originally a PSP game that was ported over to the Dreamcast in 2017. And it also will open up on the Retroid, but the menus are all messed up, so you just kind of have to hope you can get into the game, and then it basically runs at half speed, so it's unplayable. That was 5 new Dreamcast games playable on the Retroid Pocket 2. Let me know what your favorite was in the comments. I think mine was Intrepid Izzy, as it reminds me a lot of Shantae. And I did find a few more games that work with the Retroid, so if this video does well, I might make another one covering those. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.